Joshua, great to see you, man. Welcome to Popternative.
Hey man, it's good to be here.
Well, welcome back to Popternative. You spoke to one of our correspondents for the long walk. Now we can finally talk about it. Welcome to Derry, which is crazy. It's that. Do you get used to that kind of feeling as being like an actor where you work on something big? You have to keep it kind of tight lid, and now people can like now it's the time to talk about it. Like it's always a crazy feeling, right?
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, I never thought about bragging about it, about when I was doing filming about it. I just thought I was like, okay, I have a cool opportunity. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and just act. But now that it's happening, like all of this, like it's getting like a lot of like, how do you say that? It's getting like a lot of views and like getting a lot of traction, and
Yeah.
I'm just starting to realize like, oh my God, I'm actually a part of this thing, and it wasn't actually just a dream. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's been a big year for you in terms of being part of like the Stephen King universe. And I kind of want to know when you're working on these projects that are based on, his incredible work, like what is that kind of relationship like research wise, preparation wise with the original source material for something like Long Walk or like It and Welcome to Derry?
hmm Well, I remember reading like Stephen King's It when I was like in high school. It was like we had like when I was in English class, we had like this big giant um, library of books like in the corner, and like the Stephen King, I just kind of like I read that when I was like in grade 8,
Mm.
and so like that also kind of like helped me with the preparation. But I remember like watching all of the Tim Currys and the previous ones, and also noticing that my character Daniel is mentioned, but also like kind of like not so much detailed, and I kind of came through it to my lens and how some like most tribes back before I'd say 200 years ago when we had medicine men, like we would have medicine men, and their next of kin would be groomed to be take up the mantle of the next medicine man. So that's kind of like the way I brought my authenticity towards it,
Mhm.
and I kind of just yeah, that's what Daniel is. He's
Mhm.
a medicine man in training and to be, and he's still like under Rose's training,
Yeah.
and
No. And,
yeah.
yeah. And it's interesting kind of to add to that too, because everyone's talking about, it's Welcome to Derry. It's scary. It's like it's the prequel of these big horror movies with Pennywise the clown, right? But like
Mhm.
the show really kind of dives into kind of the backstory and the flashbacks of when everything kind of started. And it
Mhm.
was is that how you kind of like maybe like compartmentalized it a little bit where like you're part of like a part of the
Yeah.
show that it's
Oh
just
yeah.
part of like the backstory, right? Like you're not
Yeah.
thinking about the scary clown horror movie
Yeah.
aspect of it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's kind of like what I came about it, because like it's basically based off each individual's fears, how it manifests in front of you, like coming at you, and it also likes to take on many forms, but also has like a favorite form to go for. It's Pennywise.
Yeah.
He shows himself in different ways, but yeah, like during that time, yeah, it was pretty pretty scary like how I was gonna come into it. I don't know. Like I was like I just think to myself sometimes I'm just that little res boy who's also scared of the dark,
Mhm.
and so that's why I kind of like brought myself in. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of fear into this.
You're so good in this show, man. Like, you could like finally the episodes are kind of coming out so people can kind of see those big scenes. They get clipped all over the place. The Long Walk, I want to go back to that because I feel like that was a movie that came out, in the fall where the intensity of that and kind of the audience member just kind of watching and like understanding what the whole situation is and kind of dialing in. And there's so many
Mhm.
ways, we're watching things these days. I mean, The Long Walk goes to movie theaters, and then like It Welcome to Dairy's that week to week drop on HBO Max. Are
Yeah.
you ever conscious of how the media audience member, like the media, is being consumed? Like while you're making it at all? Like, do you think about that? Do you think about the fact that you're making a movie that's going to go to theaters? Do you think about the fact that you're going to make a movie that's going to go week to week rather than all binge at once, right? Like, I'm just wondering about that.
Um, No, I
Yeah.
mean sometimes I don't necessarily think that far ahead
Mhm.
because I don't need to.
Yeah.
I like to just try to focus on the now, but once I finish all of that stuff, and I think I freak out after, like
No,
right now,
absolutely.
I'm freaking out internally. Oh my God, things are popping off right now, and I did that.
You did do that. And I want to ask because you're a storyteller and I have an A and B part question. So go on, like, there's a lot kind of to add. They're big questions. So like they're like but um why are you a storyteller? And what is the thing you love the most about being a storyteller? Because whether it's acting, music, directing, authors, right? We're all
Mhm.
storytellers. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
I think I believe growing up, stories were told for lessons, especially from my tribe, my community. There was a lot of stories that was told to me that was passed down from generation to generation. Like I think one story was passed down from a millennia ago, and it's all about interpreting what's happening through those events, or also interpreting through this what the character's going through. Like Nana Bush, he would be like a or Nana Bujo, where you're from. He'd be the creator's first human in our tribe and in our story. He would be going through making mistakes and also learning things about life, and also you kind of just had to think about that. So I wanted to do that through a modern lens of a contemporary indigenous man, and I just know that like making movies is one of the also the ways of telling stories. I like writing, I like making film, I like playing music. It's each and every bit of thing tells a story, and I don't know if it's just like something wired. I always like to move around. I'm very like, distracted as always, but when I'm like focused on art or on in music, I'm like focused, I'm calm, and when I'm doing things other than acting, I'm not worried. Does
Mhm.
that make sense? Because like
Absolutely.
it makes sense for me because I like to yeah, I just like I feel alive like just telling stories. I like telling
Mhm.
characters. Yeah.
100%, man.
When
And
I'm just Josh, I'm very like a shy guy.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
it's so funny. I remember like when I asked that kind of, acting storytelling question, on past interviews, someone said they were at like their friend's like kid's birthday party. And a kid came up to them and said, and asked them, like, what do you do for a living? Right. And they're an actor, right? And they said, I play pretend for a living. And I always
Yeah.
found that funny because it's like,
Yeah.
that's what it is, right? You're stepping into all these different kind of like
Yeah.
worlds, stepping into these different shoes. How big does like the preparation or mindset change like project to project? Like are like is it like is the long walk wrapped mindset preparation wise like once you're done it in terms of bringing kind of ideas or past kind of things to something like it Welcome to Derry, or are they completely like separate once you wrap them? Like do you ever bring things from past characters to future characters?
Um, I try not to,
Yeah.
but I feel like Taniel and Collie's hair is very present, and I think that's what I like to think that I brought that was the same. But I feel like Collie and Taniel are two different sides of the same coin. One is more uh stands up for others, righteous that way, and then the other one is self-righteous, where he's kind of doing it for his own greed. It's kind of way like he wanted to win.
Mm.
Collie wanted to win,
Yeah.
and things kind of changed throughout the walk when he started losing his friends and
Yeah.
like seeing people like dwindle off, and you kind of realize you're kind of isolated. He wanted to make that change and possibly go out on his own terms.
Hmm.
He didn't want to win after that. Taniel is more protective. He has a mission to basically he was groomed to be a medicine man to protect that area of the woods,
Hmm.
and he didn't want to like let his ancestors down. It's like been through generations and millennia. and he had like responsibility.
Mhm.
That's what I
Yeah. It's going to be different for each cast member in The Long Walk because different people had, a certain amount of screen time more than others. If you watch it, they'll understand where I'm going
yeah
with it. But like for you, right, filming that movie, like, did
yeah.
it feel at times like just a long walk, the filming of this movie? Like, is that what it felt like?
Yeah, like for real. Even when the camera wasn't on me, I was still present off camera, just walking with them. I was like walking back and forth each and every take because we were also very competitive. All the boys, we would all like even like the background guys, we'd be walking. I'm like, I ain't no like baby. My feet may be hurting, but I'm still walking. Let's keep
Mhm.
going.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was actually a long walk. I did like
Mhm. Yeah.
a lot of blood blisters on my feet. That was I should have took more breaks. But you know what?
You're
I
just
think
like
it's
you're
fine.
just immersed in the world of Stephen King, and you're
Yeah.
continuing to be immersed in the world of Stephen King because you're in It. Welcome to Derry on HBO Max, and people can
Yeah.
check that out. Seriously, man, congratulations with all your success this year and for this new year as well, man. Like you're doing a lot of amazing things, and you're an incredible storyteller. So congratulations, and thank you for coming on the show. So great chatting with you.
Thank you, man. I'll see you again next time.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Pop Turnative, youtube.com/Pop Turnative previous episodes. Until next time, this is Joshua and Peter Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.